was thinking, yeah, you could probably sue a magician these days for gaslighting you because they've used trickery, misdirection and deceit to create a sense of wonder, awe and mystery. And that's really just going to injure your sense of being dead inside, and you don't want that. Like, you want to be happy with being dead inside, and I guess, yeah, I think the whole world just wants to complain to feel dead inside because there's so much shit. Why wouldn't you want to feel dead inside? I don't want my sense of magic in the world being brought to life. The whole world's busy bitching and complaining and backstabbing and fucking defaming each other on social media, because now's the time to defame the shit out of someone and ruin someone's life on social media with a well-placed lie or two. You can get away with saying any old shit on social media. Fucking, they call this the post-truth world, where there's no such thing as truth anymore. It's just based on someone else's feelings. But it's funny because I don't see any good movies anymore. I don't see any fun stuff anymore. I feel like the creators have all stopped making stuff because there are so many rules around what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do, that you have to have when you're doing creative stuff, you have to truly believe there is no wrong and there is no right, and the sky's the limit and nothing's a mistake. But the fucking cultures are just full of landmines. Like, you can't, everything's a potential mistake. Everything is something to worry about. I was thinking, if you can sue a magician for gaslighting you, the audience may as well be a bunch of psychologists and entertainers, lawyers these days, while the rest of us can just stay at home and laugh at each other's fart jokes and maybe give them a Google Street Map review or something. My fart joke was pretty good. But it's genuinely hard to say just true things. Like, I'll be writing in my Microsoft Word document and I'll think, shit, I can't say that. I can't write that. Well, holy shit, maybe Microsoft Word will report me. Maybe it's monitoring every single thing I type and it's sending it back. And all of a sudden I'm in this weird circle of tail-chasing paranoia of going, oh no, the thought police. I can't say anything. And you know that your phone's recording you as well, because if you mention a Queen cover quilt for your bed, 6 hours later you're getting advertisements for fucking Queen cover quilts. And if I'm just talking to myself and my phone hears me say something that's ethically or morally wrong because I'm exploring an idea, it might sell me heaps of booze on my next ad because it wants me to fucking become an alcoholic and kill myself. Who knows? I liked what Helen Garner said about the current culture. She called it anti-life. It's kind of beautiful, but how does one just stop feeling trapped by that stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I just keep writing stuff. I'm trying to make stuff that's sometimes a little bit less dark, sometimes a little bit more magic. And I'm writing this new book of poems that I've been doing for 2 years, and right now I could probably publish it. It's as long and as strong as my first 3 books, but I want to make it even bigger. But there's heaps of almost dark, sort of a dark humor in it, and it's kind of too dark. Yeah. I have gone heaps easier on the booze in the last few months, and one thing I've noticed is I'm starting to see more lightness in the world. Like, I'm not I almost see the bullshit and hypocrisy and people wanting to disguise their envy as moral high ground. And I'm starting to sort of dance and fuck around with it, and I feel more fun and light. It's not affecting me as much, I guess. Like if I look at the bullshit on Twitter, see who's cancelled, who's dead, or who's dead and cancelled, it's not sort of weighing me down as much as it was. And booze is kind of the opposite of rose-coloured glasses. It starts as rose-coloured glasses, then goes to shit-coloured glasses. Everything is shit. Even when the hangover's gone, like you can feel it all sort of subtly affecting one's view on the whole world. And after lockdowns, and for 2 years in Melbourne or however long it was, while leaving the bottle shops open, everyone's got a fucking alcohol problem. I think, yeah, just trying to fucking make everyone as unhealthy as possible. And a dark world became darker, I reckon, closing the gyms and keeping the bottle shops open. But I'm feeling lighter. I'm just because I'm keeping the booze at bay, not drinking as regularly as maybe I did. It's interesting. Like, dark shit's still there, but it feels like a toy to play with and fuck with. It feels there's a lightness in the air, and I can see if I sit still enough in the room, in my lounge room, things start to shimmer. Like I can sit there. Like I'll watch my cat. Sometimes if I'm watching Netflix or something, like the other night, I saw my cat, and she was just sitting next to me with her head bowed, with her eyes closed, and she was smiling, and she sat there for 5 minutes just doing that, almost entranced, as a friend said. That's the best word to describe it. And I love that so much. So I've been trying to take lessons from my cat and sit still and just gently smile, even though it looks kind of maniacal if I was recorded doing that in a room, and just look at things and feel an energy or a shimmering of just plain objects, everything just coming alive, like in Toy Story or some shit. Everything just brimming with aliveness. Right now I'm sitting in a car, not anyone's car, it's my car. I didn't just walk into someone else's car and go, this will do. But in the street, and I've recorded hours of this podcast sitting in my car, and I fucking love it. I don't know why. If I sit in my bedroom, I feel if I'm sitting in one place and I'm planting thoughts in that geographical place, they can become stale. So almost like if I move and have a thought in a new physical place on a map, it's rich. There's fertile soil, so I'll just move around and record a new episode in a new place. And because I know if I go to bed at night, I put my head on the pillow that's in the same place, the memory of the previous night's dream will come back to me. It's almost like I planted my thoughts there, or my dreams in that place, and so I'm just going to have the same old thoughts. I love driving around. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, but I just thought I'd mention it for no reason at all. And in other news, before I go, is that I've made my little book into a paperback. I got such incredible feedback for the ebook, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to make it into a little paperback. And that's available in me bio link, or in the show notes, or whatever you call them. But in the meantime, I'm just going to work towards making this new book of poems a little bit lighter. See what happens.